providing unique perspectives on civil preparedness and emergency response. This is Mitigation Journal, the All Hazards podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Mitigation Journal, the All Hazards podcast. My name is Rick Rosati. When I teach a domestic preparedness class or do my talk on maintaining a culture of preparedness, especially in the biologic section, I make sure we talk about smallpox because of the dangers that disease really does hold for us should it ever come back to nature. And I've been telling people for years that smallpox exists in sample form only, and it exists in only two repositories, one here in the United States at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and one in the Soviet Union in the former bioprepared labs. I guess I'm wrong. A recent story that comes to us via the Global Security Newswire has caught my eye, and it's suggesting that a report put out by South Korea and the South Korean government is claiming that North Korea has, let me quote from the article, that North Korean military authorities have 13 types of biologic agents, among them things like anthrax, botulinum, and smallpox. Again, according to the South Korean military and media, and all these agents are able to be weaponized and used against targets. Well, I've also said for a long time that since we stopped vaccinating for smallpox on a routine basis back in about 1977 here in the United States, that one case of smallpox anywhere on the planet could be considered a global health emergency, and that most of the population alive today has little or no resistance to the smallpox virus. That is to say, it would burn through our culture, this nation, and indeed around the world very quickly. This has got me a little bit concerned. Does North Korea actually have or possess smallpox virus? Can it be, or has it already been weaponized? South Korea seems to think so, and they've undergone some unprecedented biopreparedness activities here recently. Good for them. Once again, the bad news is that if smallpox does get out of its freezer, it's not going to stay in Korea. One case of smallpox could ignite a global health crisis on planet Earth, and it's a crisis we're probably not ready for. As we saw during the H1N1 or swine flu episode just a little while ago, just a few years ago, our healthcare system may not be quite there yet when it comes to dealing with a major biologic event. So I think there's a couple things that are very important for us to remember when it comes to smallpox. We have to keep in mind that smallpox as a bioweapon is a very deadly thing. But chief among those things to remember is that the estimate of one person can infect up to 20 or more other people is very important. And we should also mention that smallpox, depending upon the form that it comes in, can have up to about a 30% mortality ratio. Also, keep in mind that it's spread by aerosol transmission from person to person, making this a very, very serious situation. So I haven't got any substantiation on this, only what's coming from the Global Security Newswire. All the links are here in the post. Again, I'm Rick Rosati. This is Mitigation Journal, the All Hazards podcast. Thanks for joining us on mitigationjournal.org.